Okay. Alright. So, chapter 7, cellular respiration. So, connection dengan chapter 8 is macam mana oksigen ni dapat. So, that's why you belajar chapter 8, respiratory system in humans and animals. Macam mana kita adapted untuk increase kita punya respiratory function. So, you belajar awal-awal adalah character, types and adaptation. So, ini I mengajar tuition ni lupa nak tiga. Alright, so you belajar types and adaptation. So I told you dekat awal-awal ni apa yang you kena adalah moist, thin, light surface area. Alright, kalau dia tak involve inside boleh tambah high in blood capillary. Itu je soalan yang suka tanya. Dan kita belajar mechanism, belajar gaseous exchange and health issue. Right? Simple. Yang susah sikit maybe adalah gaseous exchange. Cara nak remove carbon dioxide. Mechanism yang I ajar itu, you kena ingat all the name of cavity. Kalau human, thoracic cavity. Insect, tracheal cavity. Ni bakopharyngeal cavity. Benda-benda yang macam tu lah yang I hope you read dekat you punya KSSM module yang I dah bagi tu kan. Yang cikgu dah printkan tu. Alright. So, kita try tengok betul tak kena ingat moist in light surface area je. Okay. Formative practice, state the adaptation of the human respiratory structure. Soalan adaptation, soalan karakteristik ni kena jawab dengan soalan jawapan function sekali. Semua adaptation jawabnya. Okay. Surat ini adalah Falisha Nuha punya soalan. Sudah Falisha ada?
Ada, teacher.
Ada. Falisha?
Ada. Human respiratory structure is alveolus that is always moist to allow oxygen and carbon dioxide to dissolve easily into blood capillaries. Alveolus have a large surface area for diffusion of respiratory gases. It also surrounded by large network of blood capillaries for efficient delivery of respiratory gases. Alveolus has a thin wall to allow the diffusion of respiratory gases.
Betul-betul. Moist, thin, large surface area. Semua function-function tu tadi sama saja. Right? To allow efficient. Alright? Moist saja to allow dissolve easily. Light surface blood capillary to allow transport. Right? You can ingat transport. Efficient transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, explain how the frog skin is adapted. Sama je. Alright, kalau frog skin is adapted moist untuk dissolve, thin untuk senang and supplied with, you tak boleh cakap skin light surface area pun. Sebab dia as compared to frogs, dia tak large. Sebab tu dia guna paru-paru juga. Alright, kat sini moist, thin, lepas tu dia high in blood capillary, right? Network of blood capillary to allow efficient transport of oxygen. Sama je kan? Lebih kurang je jawapan dia. Nombor 3, the characteristic of tracheal that have gaseous exchange. See, sama je. Moist, tracheal thin, tracheal large surface area, tapi semua kena ada efficient gaseous exchange. Alright, thin untuk senang for gases to dissolve. Alright, untuk diffuse, diffuse. Moist untuk dissolve. Sama je. 4, predict what will happen to a fish if its gills are torn after being caught in a net. Right, bila gills dia ni dah terkoyak, apa akan jadi? Which part yang moist ke, thin ke, light surface area ke yang affected kalau dia punya insang ni koyak? Mana satu? Adakah bila koyak dia tak moist lagi dah? Okay. Alisha?
Kalau koyak dia uh, tak, tak thin dah.
Dia tak thin. Nah, dia yang tak adalah dia mula thin. Bila koyak tiba-tiba jadi tebal. Yang ni lah kan. Bila koyak, it reduce the surface area. So, when gills are torn, the surface area, bayangkan banyak gills ni kan dia punya sangkut. Kali bila sangkut, separuh hilang. Separuh koyak. So, reduce surface area. So, bila reduce surface area, so dia punya gaseous exchange is not efficient anymore. So you see this question 1, 2, 3, 4, like I say jawapan dia ulang-ulang. Moist in large surface area. Cuma kadang-kadang it can fit, kadang-kadang dia tak fit. Tapi as long as you remember this 4, any question you boleh jawab. Right? So 8.1. Then nampak tak itu adalah soalan untuk types and application. Test adalah mechanism. So you belajar all this mechanism. Okay, I dah penat. Okay, so 8.2 ni kita panggil siapa yang sepatutnya lah. Pak Amir.
Yeah.
Alright, boleh nombor 1 apa? Function of spherical.
To allow air enter the trachea.
Ya, bijak. Allow air untuk trachea. How do abdominal muscles help insects to breathe? Ingat tak macam mana dia
Abdominal
start?
muscles relax and contract. Abdominal muscles relax and contract, enables air to go in and out of the trachea.
Betul. Okey, cuma lebih tepat lagi kalau you cakap abdominal muscle contract and relax, baru kita Allah control the opening of spherical valve, right? Dekat perut dia tu, okay, dia punya spherical tu dia ada valve kat situ. Control the opening and closing of spherical valve, like control tracheal cavity, control volume of tracheal cavity and allow air untuk diffuse ataupun diffuse in, move in ataupun move out. Okay. State 2 differences between respiratory mechanism of fish and human. Apa beza dia?
Humans respiratory aperture nostrils, while fish mouth and operculum.
Lagi?
The breathing mechanism of humans assisted by the contraction and relaxation of the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm muscles, as well as the movement of the rib cage outward and outward and downward and inward, while fish are assisted by movements of the floor of the buccal cavity and the operculum.
Yes, betul. Alright. So, nampak maksudnya Hadif Amin jawab soalan dengan bijak. Alright. 2 differences respiratory mechanism. Kalau lah student, alright, yang selalu silap you structure. Different respiratory structure. You cakap fish ada gills, ada lung. Salah. Itu adalah different respiratory structure. Sekarang ni dia nak respiratory mechanism. Jadi macam mana Hadif beritahu tadi lah. Alright. Kalau fish, dia guna cavity dia, buccal floor dia, mouth floor dia untuk control buccal cavity. Tapi manusia kita guna intercostal muscle, kita guna diaphragm, bla bla bla. Okay. Explain the mechanism. Ni apa mantra dia Hadif Amin? Ingat kita belajar.
First, the external intercostal muscles contract, while the internal intercostal muscles relax.
Betul. Lepas tu?
Then the rib cage move outwards and outwards.
Yes. Lepas tu?
At the same time, the diaphragm muscles contract and the diaphragm moves downwards to become flat and horizontal.
Lagi?
Then the volume of the thorax cavity increase and the pressure of the thorax cavity decrease.
Betul. Lepas tu? S.
The higher atmospheric pressure from outside forces air into the lungs.
Yes, betul. Alright, very easy. Ini soalan yang akan jumpa banyak-banyak kali. Okay, sama ada inhalation ataupun exhalation. Tapi basically sama je. You kena external contract, rib cage outward and upward, diaphragm contract and flatten. Why you remember this? Just put it into words macam Hadif Amin buat. Alright, next baru you cakap pasal volume of thoracic cavity. Lepas tu cakap pressure dekat thoracic cavity, barulah air masuk ke dalam ataupun air keluar. Alright? Easy. Okay, next. Okay. Masalah health problems associated with respiratory problem. What is the value of partial pressure of oxygen in the atmospheric pressure? Ini soalan physics ni. Very easy. This one is Hani Madiha. Ada Hani Madiha?
Ada teacher.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Okay, apakah function,
Ada.
apakah dia punya ni?
Value of partial pressure of oxygen in atmospheric pressure is 160 mmHg.
Yes. Millimeter mercury. In what form is carbon dioxide transported?
Carbon dioxide is transported in 3 ways. First, 70% is carried in the form of bicarbonate ion. Second, Second, 23% is transported in the form of carbaminohemoglobin.
Lagi?
Yang last kali, 7% is dissolved and carried as carbonic acid.
Carbonic acid. Benar. Sangat cemerlang. Okay, nombor 3. Explain how carbon dioxide is transported from lung capillaries to the alveolus. Dalam ni, dia nak dissolve ke dalam.
First, when the bicarbonate ion in blood plasma reach the lung capillaries, it will diffuse back into erythrocyte form. Second, the bicarbonate ion will combine again with hydrogen ion to form carbonic acid. Then carbonic acid breaks down into carbon dioxide and water. Last, carbon dioxide diffused through the lung capillaries into alveolus and is expelled during exhalation.
Betul bijak. Alright. So, you cakap carbon dioxide diffuse into alveolus, increase partial pressure of carbon dioxide in alveolus, which akan push out waktu exhalation. Benar, bijak, senang. In what form? Yang ni paling senang. Alright. Yang ni tak naklah bagi apa tu, Hani dia dah jawab panjang. Okay. In what form oxygen carried to the tissue? Very, very easy. I nak bagi dekat Datu. Datu Aaron. Datu Aaron. What form? Mana Datu ni? Datu. In what form oxygen carried to the tissues? Apa nama dia? Tak ingat. O. Why? Ini kosong. Apa? Cepat. Cepat dah tu. Apa ni? In what form? Apa oksigen dia bawa dekat dalam badan kita dalam bentuk apa? Dia combine dengan erythrocyte, red blood cell, dia jadi apa? Kalau carbon dioxide ada 3 cara. Oksigen 1 cara saja. O, okay, X,
Oxyhemoglobin.
yes, benar. Hemoglobin. Oksigen combine dengan hemoglobin jadi oksihemoglobin. Itu je cara oksigen dibawa kepada tisu-tisu. Alright, oksihemoglobin. Okay, next. Okay. This one soalan summative ni. Okay. So, you see, sebenarnya kita dah belajar, kita dah tengok dah soalan-soalan dia dah recall je. So, kejap Okay. Arman. Okay, explain why a transportation system is not required dekat insect. Kenapa insect tak perlu ada blood vessel macam kita?
Transport respiratory sebab ni sebab dia tak ada blood.
Yelah, kenapa dia tak ada blood? Kenapa kita kena ada blood?
Ya.
Apa Arman, gosok gigi dulu, bertenang. Kenapa?
Apa? Lupa.
Insect kecil, kita besar. Jadi
sebab dia tak transport, macam nak cakap dia transport. Ya, sebab dia kecil, so dia transport sikit je lah kan, macam tu kan.
Yelah, macam mana nak buat ayat dia? Because insect has
smaller ni.
Smaller.
Blank. Smaller volume. Volume over total surface area.
Yes. Tak, kalau smaller, you kena cakap higher lah. Kalau nak cakap total surface area over volume, you kena cakap insect has higher total surface area over volume as compared to kita. Kalau you nak cakap has lower, kena cakap has lower volume as compared to kita. Faham?
Faham.
Okay. Apa different amoeba dengan manusia? Kenapa amoeba tak ada paru-paru? Kenapa manusia ada?
Amoeba dia tak ada paru-paru. Sebab
dia dapat oksigen di mana?
Sebab oksigen dia diffuse kan? Dia diffuse. Oksigen dia diffuse macam tu kan?
Yes, benar diffuse sebab dia total surface area dia tinggi as compared to kita kan? Right. So sama je lah macam ni. Kenapa transportation system not required to transport respiratory gases in insect? Because total surface area over volume dia is higher than any mammal ataupun human. Alright? So, oksigen macam mana gaseous exchange happen dekat insect?
Gaseous exchange happen kat insect. Dia spherical opens. Lepas tu dia lower pressure dekat dalam. So atmospheric pressure, higher atmospheric pressure dia push udara untuk masuk dekat dalam spherical. And then dia akan masuk dekat sac, betul, tracheal itu.
Ya, itu mekanisme. Sekarang ni I tanya gaseous exchange. Betul, Arman jawab memang top notch, hebat. Tapi tak jawab soalan. Okay, I tanya gaseous exchange. Macam mana, dekat mana occur dia? Dekat mana perubahan gas tu berlaku?
Tracheal.
Yes, tracheal, dekat hujung tracheal tu dengan body cell dia kan, dengan sel.
Boleh.
So, yeah, so you kena cakap this gaseous exchange occur directly with body cells. Okay, hence no blood vessel is needed.
So ni jawapan dia.
Yeah, explain why transportation system is not, sebab dia smaller. Jadi, all these gaseous exchange can occur directly with body cells, alright, using tracheal system. Hence, blood vessel is Hello, dengar tak?
Dengar.
I punya mikrofon terhilang. Okay, tadi macam mana Arman nak jawab dekat belalang? Belalang datang, Arman. Kenapa belalang blood vessel? Kesian belalang. Arman nak cakap apa? Belalang tak perlu blood vessel sebab Arman cakap belalang ni sedih. Dia tak ada blood vessel. Kenapa?
Sebab total surface area volume dia lagi tinggi daripada manusia. So dia punya macam nak cakap? Dia punya
Belalang tengah nak nangis ni macam mana Arman? Aku belalang.
Dia directly transport to body cells.
Yes, bijak. Alright, bila Arman cakap macam tu, belalang pun happy, right? Okay, belalang pun okay, dia dah tahu dah kenapa Allah ciptakan dia tak ada blood vessel. Okay. Second, why are the lungs of amphibian not as efficient as human lungs? Okay, sekarang ni katak pula datang pergi dekat siapa? Afif. Katak pergi ke Afif macam, Afif, kenapa lung katak ni tak berapa kuat macam Afif? Macam mana Afif nak cakap katak ni tengah sedih? Alright, Afif nak jawab apa? Why? Lung dia tak efficient.
Amphibians such as frog have a moist and permeable skin that can transfer the gases such as carbon dioxide and oxygen, while the human have dry skin that is impermeable for the gas exchange. So almost all gas exchange in humans take place in the lungs, while most gas exchange in amphibians such as frog occurs at the skin. Only a little part of gases exchange is performed by the amphibian lungs. So in conclusion, the efficiency of the human lungs must be more efficient than the amphibian lung because it is used more frequently compared to the usage of amphibian's lung.
Yes, very bijak. If I can add sikit, okay, why are the lungs of amphibians not as efficient as human lungs? All the explanation Afif dah cakap tadi dah. Sebab amphibians relying on moist skin for most of the gaseous exchange. Alright, tapi dia tambah sikit lagi kenapa dia tak efficient. So, pasal structure dia. Alright, so lung of amphibian lack of diaphragm, alright, lack of intercostal muscle. So that's why lung dia tak efficient. Kenapa dia tak perlu efficient lungs? Baru cakap macam tu because most of the gaseous exchange occur in skin. Alright, so to answer this question, okay, first sekali, why are the lungs of amphibians not as efficient? Jawapan pertama cakap semua macam Afif cakap tadi. Most of the gaseous exchange relying on skin as compared to human that rely completely on lung. Second, kenapa dia tak efficient? Alright, structure dia pula. Alright, it lacks of diaphragm, it lack of intercostal muscle that can allow the buccopharyngeal cavity contract dengan relax efficiently. You tak boleh sebut efficiently lah, dah sebut saya efficiently at a faster rate as compared to human. Okay, itu lagi perfect answer but very good answer. Nombor 3, diaphragm of an individual no longer functions normally due to an accident. Alright, ini high impact kalau you kena langgar dekat kereta bahagian you punya ni kan, kalau rib cage you tak ada masalah, sekali tiba-tiba diaphragm you koyak. Tor kat sini koyak. Explain how this condition affect the breathing mechanism of the individual. Jadi untuk jawab di soalan, you kena tahu apa function diaphragm. Kita dah jawab kan sebelum ni, apa function diaphragm. Alright. Faid Nazan. Kan soalan nombor 3. Yes, Faid.
Breathing becomes difficult because the volume and air pressure of thoracic cavity fail to increase and decrease. This cause air outside lung.
Betul lagi.
This cause air outside lung fails to enter inside lung during inhalation, and air inside lung fail to be forced outside lung during exhalation.
Dengan outside lung, dengan inside lung.
This cause air outside lung fails to enter inside lung during inhalation. This cause air outside lung fails to enter inside lung during inhalation.
Air inside lung. Okay. Alright. Okay, faham. Okay, terima kasih. Okay. Very bijak, answer very bijak. Okay, if I can betulkan sikit nak jawab kat sini, the diaphragm of an individual no longer functions normally. Explain how this condition affect breathing mechanism. So macam Faid jawab tadi, first cerita dulu apa jawapan dengan breathing mechanism. So breathing becomes difficult, right? Difficult. Markah kedua, alright, function of diaphragm adalah untuk control thoracic cavity. So the volume of thoracic cavity cannot be controlled because diaphragm fail to contract and relax. Alright, itu markah kedua. So markah ketiga, it will be harder, alright, to push air outside from the lung and to allow air go into the lung during inhalation. Alright, itu jawapan dia. Sama je macam Faid cakap tadi, cuma like tulis dalam ayat. Better sikit lah tulis dalam ayat. Okay. How does an increase in a heartbeat? Ini adalah jawapan sama macam soalan kaitan dengan chapter cellular respiration. Macam mana kenaikan heartbeat rate during an emergency help a person to face the emergency? Alright, ini nombor 4. Iman. Iman cemerlang. Mari Iman cemerlang ni.
Ada.
Macam mana Iman? Increase in heartbeat.
Increase in heartbeat will also result in increased breathing rate. Because of this, more oxygen will be able to be distributed to around the body. Therefore, if the person is required to run from a situation, the cells will be able to generate energy, to generate the energy required for the person to run. The extra oxygen will also be transferred to the brain for the person to think correctly in an emergency situation.
Betul. Alright, it's very bijak. Alright, jawapan dekat sini. Okay, tambah. Okay. So, dia punya sequences macam Iman cerita tadi, if I can like macam just rearrange semua. Okay, how does increase in heartbeat? Right, macam Iman cakap tadi, increase in heartbeat, increase breathing rate. Right. Increase breathing rate, increase oxygen. More oxygen, more cellular respiration. Right, chapter 7. Jadi, more cellular respiration, more glucose can be oxidized to form, kalau to form energy je betul ke salah? Salah. Soalan ni quantitative, increase. Jadi more glucose can oxidize to form more energy. Right? Jadi bila more energy, kita akan deal with emergency better. Alright, kita ada more energy. Sebab itulah kalau you kena kejar dengan anjing, kalau tak you boleh lari paling laju pun mungkin taklah laju sangat. Tapi bila kena kejar dengan anjing, you punya jantung dudak. Sekarang ni you ada penuh sangat oksigen. Jadi you punya energy pun boleh generate macam tu. Contraction, relaxation of muscle you akan jadi occur very frequently. Jadi you boleh lari lebih laju. And extra, ni tambahan daripada Iman, extra oxygen go to the brain to make you think better. Right, this is also true. Very good, very bijak. Okay, next, soalan nombor 5. This one, I hope you salin soalan-soalan ni dekat notebook you you sepatut ada notebook. Nombor 5. Kita discuss ini, tak bolehlah sekadar dengar je, you kena salin. Kalau tak, you memang lupa. Nombor 5. A hardcore smoker can easily suffer from a prolonged cough. Explain how this condition affect the function of the respiratory system. So, condition dekat sini, alright, it refers to the cough and juga smoker. Okay. So, jawapan you kena cakap kalau apa prolonged cough akan lead to the respiratory system. Okay, apa juga a smoker, punya condition you as a smoker boleh affect respiratory system. Ini pun kita dah jawab dah sebenarnya hari tu. Okay, soalan nombor 5. Irfan Ammar Hazim bin Muhammad Irwan. Ada Irfan? Irfan ke Ammar ke? Ke Hazim? Calling once, calling twice. Ke dia tak ada mikrofon? Ada siapa-siapa tahu? Tak ada Okay, kalau tak ada tak apa, I teruskan. I want to finish this. Alright So, cough. Bila you constantly cough, alright, dia akan irritate you punya airways kat sini. You punya tengkuk kat situ. Dia akan buat you punya dry, you punya throat. Lagi satu, bila you ada mucus. Mucus ni maksud dia hingus lah, macam tu kan. Lendir dekat sini. So, you nak try keluarkan dia. Dekat you punya ni, trachea ni, kita ada cilia. Alright, cilia ni dia macam tolong bit ni. Dia macam tangan-tangan macam ni. Macam tu, you bayangkan dekat sini. So, cilia ni, kalau you tertelan benda-benda, alright, dia akan tolong keluarkan. Alright, tolong keluarkan benda ni outside. What happen, bila you cough banyak-banyak, you akan damage di cilia. Macam, macam tu. So, cilia you ni, dia akan terosak. Daripada panjang-panjang macam ni, dia akan terdry. Alright? Dia akan rosak, cilia you rosak. Bila cilia you rosak, lagi banyak hingus ataupun mucus akan develop kat sini. So, explain how this condition. So, prolonged cough, markah pertama, prolonged cough will damage cilia. Right? Nombor 2, more mucus will be produced. Itu markah kedua. Markah ketiga, harder for oxygen and carbon dioxide to diffuse into the lung, alright, ataupun to diffuse out from the lung. Sebab sekarang ni susahlah dia nak lalu. Itu adalah satu, macam mana dia affect respiratory system. Yang kedua, kan, kalau ini soalan 6 markah, okay, you dah dapat 3 markah daripada sini. Yang kedua, you cerita pasal smoker. Alright? Smoking atau smoke cigarette Correct. Yang ni contains anything yang dalam cigarette yang kita dah bincang untuk modul KSSMU. So you boleh cakap dia ada tar yang deposit dekat alveolus yang lagi susah nak gaseous exchange. Ataupun you cakap dia ada nitrogen dioxide yang corrodes alveolus yang leads to emphysema. Lagi susah untuk efficient gaseous exchange. Sama je. So kalau if this 6 marks, this is how you answer the question. Describe another illness that may easily contracted by hardcore smoker. Alright, hardcore smoker. So mungkin dia smoke 2 box setiap hari. Sama je, lung cancer. Ataupun kalau emphysema you tak cakap kat atas ni, boleh sebut emphysema, boleh cakap. Explain the effect of tar that is present in cigarette smoke on the smoker. Alright. Tar ni, okay, kalau nampak tar, jawapan dia nombor 1. It's deposited in lungs ataupun deposited in alveoli. Markah pertama. Okay, markah kedua, cause lung to blacken, alright, hitamkan lung you. Okay, markah ketiga, hard for gaseous exchange to occur. Ataupun inefficient gaseous exchange. You see, soalan dia ulang-ulang je soalan yang sama. Asalkan you ingat all this main thing. Sikit lagi. Alright, one of the effect of emphysema is loss of elasticity in the alveolus. Explain this on the gaseous, mana? Alright, okay. Explain the effect of this on gaseous exchange. So, apa akan jadi kalau alveolus ni lost elasticity? Nombor 6, Fatin Mardiah.
Alveolus wall become damaged and total surface area decrease. Alveolus cannot expand much during breathing and make the gas exchange become less efficient.
Alright, betul. So, alveolus cannot expand during breathing, alright, ataupun dia tak boleh nak contract waktu breathing out. So, jawapan dua-dua. Cannot expand waktu nak breathing, cannot contract waktu you nak breathe out. Making dia punya, apa nama dia, gaseous exchange less efficient. Lagi satu, alright, kalau tadi dia cannot nak expand, maksudnya less oxygen boleh masuk, alright, and less carbon dioxide boleh keluar. Sorry, dia cannot expand maksudnya less oxygen boleh masuk. Kalau dia tak boleh nak contract, maksudnya less carbon dioxide boleh keluar. Alright, you faham kan? Ni tak boleh nak masuk, ni tak boleh nak keluar. Okay, what happened? Leftovers kat sini akan ada leftovers of gases. Okay, kalau soalan ni like 4 mark. Okay, so the leftovers gases in the alveolus, alright, leftover gases in alveolus can cause, right, can cause leftover gases will be trapped, Okay, dia terperangkap leftovers gas yang tak boleh nak keluar, tak boleh masuk. Dalam masa yang sama, ada gas lain masuk, ada gas lain pun tak boleh nak keluar. So, these leftovers gases in alveolus will be trapped, alright, will be trapped in alveolus and causes alveoli to burst. Boleh pecah. Kenapa boleh pecah? Sebab dia very nipis. So, kalau teman-teman sikit ni macam dia tak boleh nak elastik, tak boleh nak tutup, so dia pecah nanti. So, itu one of the effect. Name structure P and Q that help humans and fish respectively in gaseous exchange. P alveolus, Q gills. Explain breathing mechanism, buccal cavity. Describe two similarities. Alright, nampak soalan ni? similarities, jadi kena tambah both. Alright. Adapted, adaptation. Moist, both have moist, both have thin, both have large surface area, both have large blood capillaries. Untuk apa? Alright, moist untuk apa, thin untuk apa. Oh, penat dah. Rasa banyak kali dah cakap macam ni. Kalau lah dalam exam dia salah lagi, I cubit pun tahu. Okay. Give two reason why rate of oxygen supplied to human cells is faster than the rate oxygen supplied to fish cells if both is the same size. So macam kita, right, dengan ikan you. Sama size. Kenapa kita dapat oksigen lagi faster as compared to ikan? Sebab manusia, siapa ni jawapan? Sekejap. Okay, sorry. Sepatutnya nombor 7, siapa yang sepatutnya jawab? Ain Shakira. Aida jawab B, A, B, C. D, apa jawapan dia?
The rate of oxygen supplied to human cells is faster because humans have diaphragm that allows more oxygen to enter the lungs. Besides, humans also have heart that able to pump the oxygenated blood to the cells body faster.
Alright. Okay. Betul. Alright. First betul. Kita ada diaphragm untuk control thorax cavity kita better. Lagi satu, you tak boleh cakap human have heart sahaja. Sebab kalau dengar, fish dengar, kecil hati dia. Dia kata, aku ni tak ada jantung ke? Fish pun ada jantung. Cuma kita ada muscular heart. Yang ni kena tambah. Alright. Keyword dia. Kita ada muscular heart. Kita ada jantung. Jantung kita lebih banyak muscle. Jadi kita boleh contract and relax better. Alright. Muscular heart. Lagi satu. Alright. You boleh cakap oxygen in air. Alright. Is the concentration. Alright, concentration of oxygen in air is higher than in water. Jadi kita lagi senang dapat oksigen as compared to dia dekat air, dia dah lah nak kena dissolve dengan air-air semua tu. So dia kurang sikit. Boleh? Okay, nombor 8. Human respiratory system of humans and grasshopper have different adaptation. Right? State similarity and differences. Senang. Both, blah blah blah, differences. Apa kita punya ni breathing system. Alright, kita macam mana nak control thoracic cavity kita, macam mana dia nak control. Senang, easy. Explain how air is inhaled into lungs. Alright. This one, external contract, rib cage, upward, yang macam I cakap, volume thoracic cavity, kita dah buat dah ni. Cuma sekarang is essay question, you have to write it longer lah. Explain how carbon dioxide molecule is carried from body cells to the alveolus. Alright, macam honey tadi cakap ada 3 cara. Okay, carbaminohemoglobin, carbonic acid, bicarbonate ion. Kalau you tak tahu lagi, please study balik. Okay. Air pollution makes breathing difficult in animals and humans. If you are a scientist, which animal you will choose as an indicator of pollution level in particular area? Pilih. You nak guna animal apa? Kucing. Kalau nampak kucing batuk-batuk tu yang macam, oh ini banyak air pollution. Kalau kucing tu tak batuk-batuk, pasti macam, oh tak ada air pollution kat sini sebab kucing I tak batuk pun. Alright, nombor 10. Sheikh Yusuf Al-Faid bin Sheikh Ibrahim. Ya, Syed, kalau you scientist, you nak guna animal apa ni?
Kalau saya scientist, saya akan guna frog because frog are the best suited for this because frog main respiratory organ is the surface skin. Although they also have a pair of lungs. The air that is absorbed through the skin cannot be filtered. Thus, air pollution will cause the surface of the frog skins to be blocked by small particle. The stucks on the skin will reduce the efficiency of gases exchange and can cause the frog to die.
Yes. Clog the skin pore. Okay, terima kasih Syed. Soal jawapan very bijak. Alright, you akan use frog. Sebab senang nak tengok kalau ada air pollution level, the skin, alright, main respiratory system dia akan clog. Most of the, Sebab kebanyakan frog dia adalah inaktif. Bila dia inaktif, dia akan guna skin. Bila dia start aktif, baru dia akan guna lung. Okay, all mammals breathe through the lungs, as with mammals that live in the sea such as whales. How does the whale breathe in water? Macam mana? Padahal whales macam kita, dia guna lung. Tapi macam mana dia nak bernafas dalam air? Dia tak ada gills. Whales tak ada sebab dia mammals. Okay. 11 last penutup. Zati Amirah Syahidah.
Ya.
Macam mana yang kalau whales nak bernafas?
Whales they breathe through nostrils called a blowhole located right on top of their heads. This allows them to take breaths by exposing just the top of their heads to the air while they are swimming or resting under the water. After each breath, the blowhole is sealed tightly by strong muscles that surround it, so that water cannot get into the whale or lungs. They inhale at the sea surface and hold their breath when submerging. Whales are able to store a very high concentration of oxygen in their blood and muscles. When whales dive, body metabolism and heartbeat is reduced. The arteries in some parts constrict to reduce blood circulation to save oxygen consumption. The saved oxygen is channeled to other important body parts such as the heart and brain.
Ya, okay. Jawapan very bijak. Okay, I pun sama ni tak tahu macam whales bernafas. Basically, dia ada opening dekat sini yang inhale semua oksigen. Alright, that's the first part. You can cakap will resurface untuk inhale oksigen. Alright. Nombor 2, muscle capable of storing high concentration of oxygen. Nombor 3, bila dia dive, metabolism dia kurang. Right, metabolism dia kurang. Kenapa metabolism dia kurang? Kat sini you kena cakap untuk reserve oxygen. Alright, untuk reserve oxygen. So berapa lama dia boleh tahan? Alright, ni tak ada markah lah tapi it's just, alright, selalunya dia boleh tahan 50 minit bila dia menyelam. Right, 50 minutes dive. So that's how they conserve oxygen. Akhir sekali, until it resurface again. Okay, easy right? So ini adalah soalan. So I rasa tak KSSM modul kita tak sempat nak discuss. Okay, ini kita tengok soalan. Pasal macam teacher dah lah habis satu cepatlah, tak apa. I pun tak sabar dah nak habiskan. Johor 2019, Mr. Sazali heavy smoker, suffering from cough. Ya, kita dah jawab tadi. He always feel tired and his weight also decrease. Treatment, doktor cakap dia emphysema. Alright. So, soalan dia explain effect of emphysema. So, sekarang ni dia dah reduce surface area, elasticity berkurang, kurang oksigen. Bila kurang oksigen, kurang cellular respiration. Macam itulah untuk dijawab 10 markah. Ini adalah contoh jawapan. Breathing susah, dinding alveolus, bla bla bla. Okay, tak apa. Alright, okay. I rasa next time kalau kita try jawab betul-betul, you can see macam mana nak jawab soalan kat sini. But I think from the question kat sini, you can see it's actually repeated je. So, keluar soalan macam-macam pun, you tahu macam mana nak jawab. So, next class kita hari Rabu, Khamis. Rabu. Ya, whatever. Hari Rabu kot. Hari Khamis, sorry. So, next class kita, next class kan? So, siapa-siapa Syafiqah Aulia, Siti Munira, Umairah Khalisah, Ummu Balkis dengan Uthman Ulhaq bersedia untuk jawab soalan formative exercise kat chapter 9. So as we study, kita akan jawab soalan sekali. Alright? So kalau tak boleh jawab pun it's okay. Alright, I think that's all for today's class. I'll just simpan this. Okay, recording ni. So siapa